Well, I sure kept you guys waiting, huh? I promised to make up for it and drop this case and an unscripted video very soon, but things should be able to return back to normal and we can start pumping out more content on this channel. My apologies, but without further ado, we got some One Piece to cover. My name is Detective Hemmingz, codenamed Paperwork. I am the literary detective. Welcome to this case. Why is One Piece still so popular? Could it possibly be that good? If you're an anime or manga fan, there is certainly no way you've never heard of the infamous One Piece. You know, that anime that never ends and has a million episodes, that manga with a billion chapters that's cool to hate on because of its immense popularity. The manga you probably want to start but are intimidated by its length and the fact that it's ongoing. Is it a typical weekly Shonen Jump battle manga, or is its immense popularity and sales deserving? Let's find out. One Piece is a manga series written and drawn by Eiichiro Oda. It is the best-selling manga of all time and was in the Guinness Book of World Records for most copies published for the same comic book series by a single author. So with that in mind, you're probably thinking that it's only sold the most because it has so many volumes and has been out for so long. And truth be told, I think that's a pretty fair argument. We're going to dive deeper though. One Piece has been an ongoing series since 1998 and currently has 110 volumes, 1130 chapters, as of this recording. In addition to that, it is nowhere being done, in my opinion, so naturally the numbers would add up, correct? One Piece also has an anime being animated by Toei that's extremely popular around the globe. As of this recording, it has 1123 episodes. And with that all being said, please like the video, subscribe, and hit the golden bell so you can stay notified. And let's get to the main event. One Piece in a nutshell is the story of a boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to become the king of the pirates. Gold D. Roger, the previous pirate king, started the Great Pirate Age with his final words before being publicly executed. Luffy and his eventual crewmates will sail the oceans in order to attain the One Piece and make all of their hopes and dreams come true. Herein lies one of the greatest things about One Piece off the bat. The central plot is simple. Often you'll read super interesting synopsises for an anime, a manga, a game, a film, what have you, only to be later disappointed. It is typically the narratives with a simple main story that thrive. Why? Because the subplots and deeper context come alive easier when the focal point isn't overly complex. One Piece contains powerful themes, references, allusions, some psychological and philosophical themes, and so much more. This is a well-crafted, well-thought-out narrative. You can tell most of the story has already been mapped out and outlined by how it's told. Oda isn't just making things up as he goes for the most part. The story takes its time and is an example of proper story progression. Instead of trying to swing hard and hit the reader with a haymaker from the get-go, One Piece instead hits the reader with a couple of light jabs. World building, lore, helping the readers understand the universe and how it is constructed, and progressing at a good pace. The One Piece world is clearly mapped out and fully explained, being divided into multiple oceans separated by a line that divides them. That is called the Grand Line. Moreover, the characters are properly developed as the series goes along. Every character fills a thematic role, has well fleshed out backgrounds, and has depth. It's got so many great characters, it's hard not to become overwhelmed by the number of badass, cool characters, etc. that come into the narrative. From the over-the-top zany characters to some of the cooler, calm, more collected ones. And lots of characters have personal character quirks that are hilarious. For example, Roronoa sense of direction is so bad he could get lost in a one-room apartment. Oda is extremely good at making people care about characters very quickly. For example, in the arc Dressrosa, he introduced a character in a heart-wrenching flashback who was the brother of the main antagonist that stole the hearts of many fans in a mere 7 chapters or so. One Piece characters tend to be static and not dynamic. That's not inherently an issue, as the Straw Hats, Luffy especially, stay true to who they are and tend to change the world and the people around them. One Piece is an emotional roller coaster. One of the many reasons people don't give One Piece a chance is because it looks childish. Didn't you learn never to judge a book by its cover? The cartoony, eccentric art style, in addition to its comedy, is a veil. Because underneath the surface, One Piece is actually an extremely dark manga with pretty intense themes and subject matter. Slavery, racism, discrimination, the hierarchy of life, government corruption, police brutality, and an insight into the dark nature of humanity. You'd probably cry non-stop tears if it weren't for the comedy and artistry. Some of these flashbacks will have your eyes flowing like Niagara Falls, and you thought you were tough. Ha. Oda is a clever man. The art style that hides the pain and suffering beneath the surface is the reason why it appeals to all ages. Kids can laugh and enjoy how silly it is. Teenagers can enjoy phenomenal action, while older folks like myself can maybe find deeper meaning in the story. Oda's also very good at basing every name, character design, and certain settings off of things from real life. Western culture, history, mythology, you name it. Now, that's not unique to One Piece, but I just wanted to point that out. From real pirates like Blackbeard to Don Quixote do Flamingo of the Don Quixote de la Mancha, a Spanish novel. I probably butchered that, I'm sorry. I speak French and English. There's even a character named Borsalino that has his character design based off of a Japanese actor, Kunui Tanaka. Borsalino even has all of his currently known attacks for the most part named after the imperial regalias of Japan. The most common form of supernatural abilities in the One Piece universe comes from eating something called a devil fruit. After eating one, the user will gain powers and abilities normal people do not possess, such as perhaps the ability to shapeshift, fly, harden your body into diamond, or become an element such as lightning. However, it comes at a price. Devil fruit users lose their ability to swim. They sink like an anchor in the ocean and are weak to a very specific type of stone in the universe. That's right, this is a show that predominantly takes place on the sea, where the pirates and marines that roam them literally sink like a bag of rocks. How is that not brilliant? Originality, creativity, and innovation. One Piece is the most refreshing shonen battle manga that isn't JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as far as I'm concerned. It's the ultimate adventure story with settings that will blow your mind, weather phenomenon that inspired concepts in manga like Toriko, and crazy abilities like the Ope Ope no Mi. You never know what to expect. This is a world with sky islands, islands underwater, giants, cyborgs, zombies, fairies, mermaids, massive hybrid sea creatures, lightning rain, and so much more creative craziness. It's easy to get lost in the world of One Piece once immersed in it because anything is possible. Just don't get lost the way Zoro would. That doesn't mean One Piece is without some generic shonen themes, tropes, and staples. There's the friendship theme, perseverance in the face of adversity, a perverted guy, and your jungle main character who's kind of an ape. These don't hurt the series much because it isn't overdone and the tropes are actually funny. You can argue that some are so over the top it's meant to be satire against said trope, but we'll save that for another day. Either way, the things you can find from other manga are present in One Piece, just done better. Let's talk aesthetics. We explained why One Piece is the way it's drawn stylistically, but is it good? Yes, it's good. Sure, lots of the characters are goofy looking, disproportionate, huge and monstrous, but the artwork is still extremely solid. The backgrounds, action, characters, and fashion are well drawn. He's very good at making expressive art. The characters are vibrant as they are eccentric. And it's not like he doesn't draw normal characters and such. He does, and they look very cool. The action is also well drawn. Oda's good at making compelling battles. The fights are engaging, intense, imaginative, and suspenseful. Last but not least, the psychological and philosophical and more powerful themes in One Piece. Themes such as what is justice? Do you arrest pirates that just saved the kingdom from other pirates when the Marines did nothing to save it? Can you sacrifice 4 innocent people in order to apprehend 100 cold-blooded pirates? Lots of different Marines practice different versions and extremes of justice. It is interesting to see those beliefs clash with one another. There are also psychological themes such as codependency and the effects of slavery on one's mind. The physical and psychological trauma from being forced to be a slave and how it's hard to break from that mindset, even when freed. One Piece isn't perfect by any means. Nothing is flawless. The anime, I'd say, is lackluster comparatively, which is why I suggest you read it instead of watching it. However, since Wano, I've seen some improvements. But that being said, the pacing is still horrendous. But if you decide to go the anime route, be patient. This anime started in 1998, so the animation isn't the cleanest off the bat, but it progressively gets better, though I am someone who is a big fan of older animation in contrast to new animation. And all I'm saying is, if you give the manga or anime a fair chance, you'll understand why it's popular. You'll understand that it's good. It may not be your favorite or the best thing you've ever seen or experienced, but you'll respect it. So is One Piece that good? Hell yeah, it just might be. One Piece might go down as one of the greatest pieces of art and literature to come out of Japan forever. I think. And with that, you have my perspective and point of view on why this series is so popular and still remains so popular. You let me know if you think I hit the nail on the head with the hammer, but consider this case solved. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and be safe. Detective Hemmingz signing off. Light the bell of Shindoria for notifications.